Say hey everyone, welcome into another edition of Say Hey Plays. My name is Jose Bouquett. Alongside me today is my good pal Dabby Cab. Dabby, how are you doing over there?
Oh man, tingling, ready to start finger licking all this chicken, bro. We got some money to win.
It is finger licking good today, and as always, let's get right into it. Let's get into Say Hey Plays 27. Say Hey Plays 27 in action today. I have 7 plays, I believe, so far today. Had one rained out, so added one, and then I forgot to write one down and tweet one out. So I just did that right before the show, and it will be a fun show today. Quick recap of yesterday, Dabby. I went 2-2 down just a little under some juice, 0.05 units if you want to count that. Ray's first five cashed easily. Drew Rasmussen does this job. Atlanta, New York Mets over 6.5. Pretty easy bet there. And then we have two heartbreakers in the Blue Jays money line full game. They lose 3 to the Yankees. Gleyber Torres, RBI in the ninth inning. And the Houston Astros first five team total over 2.5. They fall with the bases loaded when they had one run in the
That
fifth
sounds
inning.
about right.
Yeah, so of course, just some tight bets at the end of the day. Can't complain. It was a fun day, but we're gonna get right into it. The record currently sits at 102 and 80 plus 27 units. Hopefully, we get over
Yeah,
30. Hopefully, we get over 30. This 20 number has been a bugaboo for us.
long season,
But
man. Just keep rolling. You're doing good.
yeah, it's all that matters. It's a long
Yeah.
season indeed. I calculated it, by the way, Cab, and I think it's going to be around 180 say hey plays.
Total.
So yeah, I think it's going to be 180-ish.
That makes
So
it seem a little less like it.
less than it is, but it's
Yeah,
180 days
it's a shit
straight.
ton, right? But like, you're at 27, bro. You got this.
Yeah,
27
no,
this side. You got this.
it's gonna be fine. I think I'm not worried about it at all. Shout out to all the guys in the chat, by the way. Brian Watson's, two of them. Sam
Yeah.
Colmer, Kenny Manning. Thanks to you guys for watching. Let's get right into the card. How about it? Let's talk about the doubleheader to start it off. Game 2 is technically not over, and I would say technically it's literally not over. Cab, what's the score? 4-3 or 5-4 Mets?
No, 4-3 Mets. They were up
4-3.
4-1, but yeah, 4-3 now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the Mets are winning currently, and this is where one of my first plays comes in order. I have Atlanta Braves full game money line -110 for the next game.
For the
Um,
next game.
for the next game.
Okay.
For the next game with
Like
Kyle
this
Wright
one.
and Kyle Wright and Carlos Carrasco on the bump. Yes. Kyle Wright has looked every bit of the real deal as he's been advertised to be. Former fifth overall pick, I believe they say. Atlanta Braves are fantastic developing pitchers. So
I want to
Kyle
fade him
Wright,
so bad.
yeah, I mean, if traditionally you look at his name and you think Kyle Wright, fade, but he's
Yeah.
been great. Last 3 appearances for Kyle Wright versus the Cubs, 7 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, 8 Ks, 4 walks. That's concerning, but I think I should say I know I was on his first five under that game because it was Drew Smiley versus Kyle Wright. And when Kyle Wright first started, I was like, "Oh fuck, he doesn't have it." I bet on the first five under. Today's going to be the day where he blows up. He completely, kept it under control, pitched well. Was a really
Oh, it's
impressive start.
4-5. Sorry, I got the score wrong. Thank you, Jay.
Okay, there you go. It's 5-4 Mets, bottom seven.
That's a mass.
Versus Miami. Time before that, before his Chicago start, 6 innings, 4 hits, no earned run, 11 Ks, 1 walk. And the time before that, at the Padres, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 Ks, no walks. Other side, we have Cookie Carrasco by Venezuela and Cousin on the other side, and he got touched up for his first time this year at the St. Louis Cardinals. 3 2/3, 8 hits, 8 runs, allowed, 7 earned, 3 Ks, 2 walks. Didn't have his shit, and it was very obvious
It was
early.
so hard to watch, man. It was like, I know it's like a pitch count thing this early in the season, but God, he started bleeding in the fourth inning, and as I was watching, I was just like, well, he's 100% gonna fuck this up because I was on the Mets first five there, and he got through the fourth inning barely, and then came out the fifth inning and just got smashed. And like I said, it's got to be a pitch count thing because if this is later in the season or obviously in the playoffs, there ain't no way in hell the coach would have left him on the mound.
Shout out to Jonathan Yim for the $10 dono. He's getting another banner. I believe that Jonathan
Yeah,
Yim and Jay Yim are the same person. I'm not 100% sure, but Jonathan Yim going up there. Appreciate the dono, my man. It was a great Sunday, and I'm glad that I could have helped you in any way. Appreciate you, my man. So yes, Carlos Carrasco here. I think he'll pitch. I mean, well, this is not a fucking stretch to say, but he's gonna pitch better than fucking 8 runs last time out. But I still think that this Atlanta Braves offense is very good, and I put this bet in basically immediately after I saw the Braves make this game close. After the Matt Olson
really.
home run. Yes, after the Matt
It's
Olson
so
home
weird,
run.
man, because I'm in the opposite mindset. Like I'm sitting here saying, like, if the Braves win this game, I might bet the Mets.
I think the Mets are still going to win this game. I just want it to be a close game. I want it to be a close game.
If they win, if the Braves win this game, would it change your feelings about what you just did?
No, not really, because if it would have to be because this is going to be a comeback game, as you said. They were up 4-1 at one point. Matt
Maybe
Olson,
5-1 even. I could be wrong though. I don't know.
5-1. So
Yeah.
if Matt Olson comes in there, does his thing, that'll be a gut punch. And I think the Mets could get a little Metsy. This will be their first series against the defending world champions, the team that runs this division. And that'll be very interesting to see what the Mets do. But I do think the Mets will end up. By the way, Jonathan Yim and J Yim are the same guy. So thank you, J Yim, my man.
You know what I'm leaning on even more though than the Mets, regardless of the outcome right now. The more I think about it, is just the over in the first 5 in the next game. Like, I mean, everybody's seeing the ball right now. It's shitty outside. The ball's still carrying fine, and
over 3.5. By the way, that's -115. So that's a good number. That's a good number if you're
that's
going
what
to
I'm
do
saying. That's a good number. And Carrasco, like, I think he could. He didn't look horrible until about the 4th inning, like I said. And I don't have this written down, but I swear I heard something like he hasn't made it through 5 yet. Am I wrong about that? Do you know, or is?
Let me see. No, he's gone through 5. He went to 7 2/3 last time.
Okay.
The time before that.
Okay, good. Because he, like I said, he just really, really fell apart at the end of that, and it was a wear thing. He got exhausted. It was clear to see it was going to happen before it even happened.
JA, by the way, likes the first 5 under there. Ouroboros had first 5 Mets. Can't believe the Braves almost came back like that. And Kenny said, what a game. Or Kenny Manning, by the way. He's same here. I have Braves money line as well. So it'll be fun.
Kyle Wright, you're looking at a guy that's, got a 1.13 ERA right now, but he's a 5.17 lifetime ERA guy, right? Like,
well, I'll tell you this: he's still young, obviously. If we're using lifetime stats,
true.
I'm pretty surprised. I think the main
I
reason
just meant
now,
career, like overall of his innings, I guess is what I'm talking about, not necessarily like lifetime. Like,
no, I got you.
Yeah.
No. But I will say, I think the main thing, and now that I'm thinking about it, this is what got me on this bet, is that I'm pretty surprised that we're putting up a -110 each way when I think we have a pretty clear pitching matchup advantage. I think Kyle Wright's pretty handily the better pitcher here. And it was a -125 earlier today with David Peterson, who, arguably I would think is a pretty good pitcher at his own right and just as good as Carlos Carrasco here. So if I'm getting a -25 versus Peterson and a -110 here against Carrasco coming off a blow-up start here, give me my chances there. Give me my chances. I'll gladly take the Braves, the defending world champions here.
I don't hate it.
And like I said, if the Braves do come back here and win, I hope it's a late game punch in the gut for the Mets, so the Mets fans can be a little shaky going
pretty
into
much
that
all it
next
can be
game.
at this point.
Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
All right, so next game on the docket. We've had the San Diego Padres game postponed, obviously, so I'm not going to talk about that. The Arizona Diamondbacks at the Miami Marlins here. Trevor Rogers versus Humberto Castellanos, and this line has gone up a lot. Miami Marlins -200 now. Castellanos and the D-backs up to 165. I've got no plays on this game right now. The Miami Marlins are 5th against righties too, by the way, 116 weighted runs created plus. And I forgot to mention this on the others game, but since we're moved on, I don't want to worry about it. Both teams are good, though, as you guys could see in the first game. Castellanos and the D-backs are 25th against left-handed pitching at a 73. So it's pretty low. Obviously, I hope you got them early. I think Marlins first 5 is probably a little too juicy now, so ultimately a stay off game for me here. Cab, and by the way, -0.5 is -130. So yeah, no, too juicy for me. Trevor Rogers, he's pitched well after having some early struggles, but I think he's a really good pitcher. So
I do too. Yeah,
Miami is probably the spot here, but too juice.
yeah. I'm off this game also, man. I'd maybe look at the Miami team total over, or maybe the Miami run line if I was going to play it, but I'm not. The Diamondbacks have been hot, but I'm not. No, I'm not backing them, and I'm not backing Castellanos. Like, just not going to happen. I would never put my money behind him.
Yeah, I don't blame him. He's pitched. He's had his moments of pitching well, and they were both two starts against the Mets. A Mets team that we can see can hit and is really good.
Sure, yeah.
Jake Burns has Miami first five. He came back.
Starts, and I probably still wouldn't put my money behind him.
Exactly. I feel the same way. Last time out for Castellanos, 2 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs against St. Louis at St. Louis. So no thanks. Another road start for him will be interesting here. Shout out to you, my man Roger. That 215. Appreciate you, my man, for joining Teflon Don. Thank you. Arizona due to lose, but they're playing well. They are. So I think this will be a stay off game spot for me. I mean, I just can't find anything I'd want to bet here. Miami first 5 would be the only thing I would look towards. Obviously, but -130, a little bit too much for me. Trevor Rogers, just keep doing your thing, my man. I want to see. I took the Miami team total under preseason, and now that their pitching staff is starting to come together and really go in, I hope that they just fucking smash me there and make me look a big dumb idiot. So we'll see. It'll be a fun game to watch there. Next game on the docket: Texas Rangers, your Texas Rangers, Cab, versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Rangers, Suarez and John Gray on the bump.
Are they your Rangers or are they your Astros, if you're going to call them my Rangers?
No, you live like 2 seconds from
them. Not quite, but yeah, I got
you. You live 2 seconds from him. John Gray, he's I don't know. He's on his own schedule. Last time out was the 19th at Seattle. 5 innings, 3 hits, 4 on run, 2 home runs, 4 Ks, a walk. I've got no interest in betting on John Gray. I need to keep seeing him pitch. Cab, you might be able to tell me, is it injuries that's keeping him off? It's obvious to be injuries, right?
Do what?
John Gray, why is he not pitching so often? It's injuries, correct?
I guess, yeah. Because, people this year, they're hitting 194 off him, which is insanity. But, this isn't somebody that I don't know what to think about this guy right now. Exactly kind of like what you're saying. I'm so confused on what to
knee
expect.
Injury, by the way. Knee injury for Gray had him out. Yeah, I agree with you though. He's supposed to be a good pitcher. He's doing well, but I don't want to see him. I don't think he's that good, and I don't want to see him here. He's taking money. Philadelphia was -165 earlier this morning. Now +126, 150 each way. Philadelphia 10th against righties, and the Phillies are 13th against left-handed pitcher. Both at a 101 and 105, so pretty. They're a little above average, but they're pretty negligible there. So maybe a lead towards the over. Rangers Suarez pitches good at home too, so stay off game for me.
And I'm off it also, but like you said, and I hate to keep saying over, especially. We see how many runs are being scored, like fucking 2 per game right now, But Suarez, man, people are hitting 301 off him right now this year. And I know it's not a huge sample size. I usually don't start looking at batting averages against this early, but we've been loading up on plays and fuck it. People are getting around to they're getting enough innings at this point. 301's bad, man. People are hitting him flat out. So like you said, over, or I guess maybe Rangers team total over. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, I assume Acuna is going to play in game 2, which will make me feel better about the Braves' second game money line, because I just saw him on the bench and I have not been watching that game because I had to sweat out Liverpool's fucking disaster this morning. But they fixed their shit, so I haven't watched this game entirely. But it makes me feel better. I hope he'll play next game. So all right, let's keep it moving here and go on to another one of my plays. A game that I'm excited to talk about. 2 pitchers that I'm excited to talk about. Joe Ryan and the Baltimore Orioles here. Joe Ryan, I'm on the Express. You guys know me. I've been on him all year, and I'm going to keep betting him until the wheels fall off. First 5 under 3.5. I went officially 2, but I took the Minnesota Twins first 5 -0.5, -110. And the first 5 under 3.5 was -120. I'm trusting Bruce Zimmerman. And I think What will screw me if the first five doesn't hit is Bruce Zimmerman having his first blow up start and it being like 4-0 Twins. That
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, on Zimmerman, man, you know, in his career, he's gone 90 innings with 99 hits and 17 home runs. That's not good. People are hitting 277 against him, and he doesn't have a ton of innings, but still, right now he's got a .93 ERA this year, but he's given up 7 runs. Only 2 of them have come earned. So, you know, somebody's fucking booting a ball and then he's getting drilled, right? So he's still giving up runs. They're just not earned runs. People are hitting 250 off him right now. I just, you know, don't be fooled by his ERA. I'm not saying he's a terrible pitcher, but he's not a .93 ERA pitcher. Not that anybody is, but he's not that, man. I'm on the Joe Ryan Express also. So, you know, he's only pitched 49.2 innings in the majors, but man, people are hitting 132 right now against him. They're 152 in his career in his 49.2 innings. Like, this dude's a real deal. It's that fucking plain and simple. I know 49 innings isn't that much, but it's enough for me. And I've watched him. I was on him with you last time. You got me on him. So thank you. And I'm glad I was, and I'm going to stay there.
Yeah, I've been talking about him ever since the start of the year. I've been trying to get people on his AL Rookie of the Year, and Jimmy told me this morning that
I heard that
when he bet it was at plus 1,800. I think forgot what it was preseason. I don't remember what I wrote it down, but I remember telling Jimmy that it's insane that it's that high, and now it's at plus 650, which made me feel very good about myself. And by the way, Sunny Springs saying Suarez due for major regression. Take Texas with confidence.
There you go. There you go. Shout out to the chat.
Sunny Springs. We'll make a note of that right there. Sunny Springs says Texas with confidence. All right, Sunny. By the way, I'm weird for handwriting all my notes. And I'm realizing
what?
Well, I write them all on this freaking iPad here, and I'm just like taking all these notes down, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, God, my hand hurts. Oh, bro, yeah, I'm writing all my notes.
Disgusting, just like I have a team in the pitcher, and then like each pitcher I just have like, you don't want to see it, bro. I understand it, but it's always like been like that for me. Even in school, like I'd fucking take notes, and it's like people be like, what in the hell does that say? Like, hey, I know what it says. Don't worry about it.
All right, so and by the way, just a quick note on both of these lineups, because I do mention we do talk about pitching primarily on this show. Minnesota, this is one of the primary reasons where I thought Bruce Zimmerman might be in for a little bit of pain here. Minnesota 6th against lefties, 128 weighted runs created plus. The Baltimore Orioles are 21st right now against righties, 89 weighted runs created plus. And it's an under ballpark in Camden Yards. So I'm really hoping for a 1-0, 2-0 Twins here. I'm hoping for that.
No, I'm on the run line, first 5 and full game. So 4-0, 5-0 Twins. How about that?
Well, how about a 3-0 first 5 score, and
I'll take 3-0 the whole game. Well, that'll work.
Okay, there we go. Fair is fair, guys. So there we go. A 3-0 final score in Camden Yards tonight. That is what we're calling today. Next game on the docket: the Yankees versus the Blue Jays. Jameson Taillon versus Alek Manoah, and I am on the Toronto Blue Jays. First 5 minus a half, plus 105 here. Believe a lot of people are on Blue Jays money line as well. That's the tame play of the day. They have not lost back-to-back games this year. That's the whole big thing with the Blue Jays this year. And Alek Manoah, he's the best pitcher on the staff. He's the ace of the staff. I mean, I'll say that, no problem. I think he should pitch game 1 in the staff. I think I said that early on this year. But I think he should pitch game 1 in the playoffs for these
squads.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter. It matters who pitches in the playoffs. The opening day is a fucking shit show.
Yeah, versus Boston last time out in a 1-0 win. 7 innings, 3 hits, 7 Ks, no earned runs, 1 walk, and he stole my lunch money that day. He took me and gave me a swirly and took my wallet that day. And I'm not surprised because he looks like a high school bully. At Houston, the time before that, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, a home run, 5 Ks. And the time before that versus the Oakland A's, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs off a home run, 6 Ks, 2 walks. He's won every start. The Blue Jays continue to win with him on the mound. But Jamison Tyon, man,
He's not bad. Yankees are good.
yeah,
Yankees are a good
that
fucking baseball team.
the
I'm not a fan of the Yankees, but they're a good baseball team. That's all there is to it.
Red Sox fan hat on. I, of course, underrated the Yankees pitching staff as a whole, and mainly their bullpen.
They're
I did
just
not.
consistent pitchers, man. They're not. None of them are like amazing, but they're consistent, bro. They're 3-4 runs a game guys, and the Yankees can win with that.
I think that it's going to be a tight game. But I believe in the Blue Jays bats at the end of the day versus Jamison Tyon, a pitcher who's pitched well so far this year. I can pull up his batter versus pitcher stats. I don't have those.
I got
up
some
for
of them for you here, man. And because I'm on the Blue Jays first 5 also, so I agree with you. I'm just always going to play devil's advocate a little bit.
No,
Yankees
of
are not an
course.
easy team that I'm looking forward to going against. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'll say that his 5.82 FIP, 3 home runs against in 55 plate appearances. This is pretty good, you know. And
People are hitting
Bo,
298 or 289 against him right now this year. And 19 innings, he's given up 22 hits and 3 home runs.
Vladdy and Bo both hit over 300 against him.
There you go.
The Yankees offense has been a wagon these last 2 weeks. They're second against right-handing pitching. They've been kind of bottom feeding the Orioles, the Royals. Those kind of teams have been inflating those stats, but the stats are what the stats are. They've been pitching well. Anthony Rizzo and Aaron Judge are having great years, and I hope that Aaron Judge continues to have a great year and picks up a nice contract from a team out west, perhaps. Perhaps the San Francisco Giants. Who's to say? But yeah, summary is that I took the Jays first 5 -1/2. I believe that they can get out this first 5, maybe a 2-0 as well. It'll be a lower scoring thing, and I think this will be a low scoring game. So I would also be on the under 7.5 would be my lean here too, because the fucking Yankees bullpen, when they come in, it's just no more. Lock the fuck down.
I know we got a ton of games, so I don't want to keep going too much, but I just want to say too, like, so I said that, you know, about hitters hitting a 289 on that side, and Manoah on the other side, you know, people are hitting 170 against him right now. He's got 25 strikeouts, 7 walks. He's a, 2.9 career ERA guy, 0.88 whip, 0.48 ground ball to fly out ratio. Like, are you kidding me, man? I'm not like these guys they're not on the same page, like pitching wise. Obviously anything can happen, but I think we're getting value with Toronto here, especially because the Yankees, I mean, they've been fucking destroying everyone, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, again, the Yankees have been doing well. And by the way, Alex Gagnon in the chat, he's vehemently against me. I think he's on the Yankees. I'm not 100% but he wants us to.
I mean, what have they won? Like 10 in a row, man?
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees have been fantastic. I mean, I can't. What do you want me to say? They stink? No, they've been a great baseball team this year. But they have admittedly had a weaker schedule, and I will take the Toronto Blue Jays, who I think are a better team overall. I think we've got a pitching matchup advantage. I think the lineups are close.
That's what it comes down to for me, man. I'm not even going to get into the better or worse overall. We have a pitching matchup advantage here with 2 good hitting teams. The pitching is on our side. Both these teams can hit. Let's fucking get it. I got the Blue Jays first 5. They're going to end this streak.
Yeah, I could easily see the Blue Jays ending the streak. You're right about that. And I'm looking over the Blue Jays schedule now, and I'm like, they've had one of the hardest fucking schedules this whole year. They played the Yankees already. They split against the Yankees 3-0 of 0-4, 6-4, 0-3. But, they've had a very good schedule this year. The Red Sox, who were supposed to be good, but our fucking ass cheeks were on their schedule. The Astros are on there twice. So, I'll gladly put up that back-to-back win stat here against them. So we'll see. I think it'll be a fun game. And I think this might be the game of the night for what it means for the division.
I'm excited for it.
Next
really
game
early. I don't know what it means for the division right now, bro. But it's
it sets a tone. It absolutely sets a tone. Whoever wins this division or wins
90 games in, man. Come on.
It matters. It matters. Whoever sets the tone early and has the upper hand.
Sure, it matters. It definitely matters. But the way you said it was like, I don't know.
It'll be a real shame if the Blue Jays win this series. That's all I'll say. It'd be a real shame. Next game on the docket, the LA Angels versus the Boston Red Sox, and God Almighty, the Red Sox are horrible.
Let's get
No,
it,
they're
man.
just
I'm
their
going against a lot of people
offenses.
here.
The offenses are just very annoying.
They're
It's
bad.
they. Well, I said the offense. Their offenses. I mean, the Red Sox offense. They just have not been getting on base, swinging pitches out of the zone, all that good stuff. Michael Walker has been fantastic this year. So is Noah Syndergaard. He's been great. Red Sox, or I should say, Fenway Park, a hitter-friendly park, but doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you don't make contact. So I took the first five under 4.5 here, minus 115.
I
Two
don't hate that
pitchers
at
I
all.
trust. Two pitchers I trust. Uh, I will mention the right-handed pitching, what rated runs created stats here, but the Red Sox right now 29th, 72 last 2 weeks. So, take that with what you will. They obviously are better on paper than what they have been, but stats are stats. That's what they've been doing. And the LA Angels, a whopping third in the league, 126 weighted runs created plus. So I've seen a lot of people on the Red Sox, and I admit
Bye-bye.
the fan base, a lot of people are saying, all right, season starts today.
Wrong guy.
Month is gone. Let's fucking figure it out now. But let's see what happens here.
Maybe
I'm not
tomorrow.
taking a full. I'm not
Maybe-
having a full game shot here, Cap. I'll tell you that, Cap.
Maybe tomorrow.
Are you on the Angels, huh?
Yeah, I am. I took the Angels on the money line. The Angels fucked me the other night. Sorry for my language, but fuck them, man. They pissed me off. But I'm back on them again. I had them at a plus 145 on the run line the other night against the White Sox, and they were up 6-2 with 2 outs, and they won 6-5. And I needed the 1.5. They had 2 outs and 1 guy on, and they fucked it up. But you know what, man? Like you were saying, Syndergaard, Thor, whatever you want to call him, this year, and we're getting enough of a sample size where you're going to hear me talking a lot about this year too, not just past. We need a little more, but we're still getting a good size. 2.2 or 2.12 ERA. Hitters are hitting 176 off him. Red Sox can't hit. Okay, so I know that everyone's saying today's the day, but he's got a .82 WHIP, 11-4 strikeout ratio. I guess maybe people are going against him because he's coming off being sick and he missed his last start, right? Like maybe it kind of makes sense a little bit, but that's a stretch for me. You know how much I like Darvish. I feel the same way about Syndergaard. His fucking speed changes, the movement that he has on his pitches, the pitch selection that he has, the way he works in and out on hitters. Yeah, I'm the same kind of obsession. He's one of those guys. And on the other side, Waka 1.77 right now. Hitters are averaging 143 against him. So you're under. I mean, that's not looking bad at all. But the last 3 years, he's never been below 270. So what the fuck? Like, did he juice? I mean, I know that's a pretty common thing. Like, what's going on? Can you tell me that?
I'll tell you. And by the way, Edwin Diaz in for the ninth inning for the Mets right now makes me feel even better about having the Braves next game. Keep on using those fucking relievers, Metsy baby. And by the way, quick thing as well. People want to keep mentioning the Blue Jays game. I wanted to mention that real fast because I completely forgot to mention the chat. Wine Time Sports in here too. And by the way, Ron Crawford on Red Sox plus the money. Teflon Don, here we go. Teflon Don saying the Yankees easing schedule to start. And Fireside said the Jays not hitting yesterday broke my heart. Instincts tell me to go back to my abuser. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. We're right there with you. And by the way, Rodney, is it true that Manoah owns these Yankees? I feel so many people are on the Jays today. Yeah, a lot of people are on the Jays.
It scares me how many people are on them, man. Ugh.
A lot of people are on the Jays today. And it is definitely haven't lost on back-to-back games yet. Matty Ice on the full game money line for the team play of the day. I'm on the first 5. So a lot of people on the Blue Jays. And if that's not your cup of tea, then I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you. And Christopher Comentini saying Waka extra as a 4, don't be fooled. I mean, your guy's right. And coming back to this game, Michael Waka was a pretty hot commodity this offseason. A lot of smart teams were after Michael Waka, just coming off the Rays thing. He figures out, let's just scrap this bitch, do that, changes up his repertoire, and he's turned out to be great this year at the Blue Jays, as we all just mentioned. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, 2 walks. At the Rays, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks, and versus the Minnesota Twins, 5 innings, 1 hit, 5 Ks, no earned runs, 2 walks. So we're going to see Michael Walker for 5 innings here.
Okay, we've thrown out a lot of numbers and a lot of really good stats, but let me simplify this how I see it. Okay. Syndergaard's a better pitcher. That's like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like, he's a better pitcher, like overall, right? Not saying tonight he's going to pitch better. We don't fucking know. But overall, he's a better pitcher. The Angels are just destroying the baseball right now. The Red Sox can't hit a beach ball. So that's where I'm at with this one. So that's why I'm on the Angels money line.
Well, that's why I'm on the full game, or I should say first 5 under 4.5. And Brian Watson, Matty Ice was full game Blue Jays money line. That was the tanked play of the day today. All right, so let's get into these. This next game, we skipped the Pittsburgh Pirates Detroit game. That got postponed. This next game might get postponed. I'm not 100% sure.
That made me feel good about passing on it because I really want to make a play on the White Sox here.
I'm not 100% sure. Some people will have to do some research for us real quick in the chat. But we've got White Sox versus Blue Jay versus. I've got the Blue Jays in my mind now. Fantastic. White Sox versus Cubs here. The Chicago battle here. I like it. I'm excited for it. 38% chance of rain according to RotoWire with 21 mile per hour winds. Goodness. I hope those are going in and not out. And we've had a pitching change here, which actually
straight in, or is it one of those across the ways where if somebody hits like a line drive to right field, it's going to go out at 3,000 miles an hour?
Well, that's a fantastic question. I have no idea, but we've had a pitching change here, and I guess the Chicago Cubs read the papers and said, "Why are we starting a lefty against this team?" And they were like, "All right, no. So they changed, and on Bovada right now, we're seeing a Scott Efros on the bump here, perhaps.
Oh, shit. Okay, I didn't even know that.
And
when did they do this?
Well, I'm just figuring this out now. And a Keegan Thompson as the primary today, a righty. So as you guys can tell, this just happened. The stats or the board or the bottom thing is not right. So I'm going to stay off this game. I think it will be a fun game to watch now. It is raining, I shouldn't say it's raining. It's supposed to rain, 40% chance. They just had a late pitcher swap. So no thank you on this game. Cab, anything on this one?
Oh, I mean, yeah, still no thank you, like you said. But if you're back in the White Sox, I know why. I mean, like, they've looked good the past couple games, and Kopech, like, what are people hitting 148 against him? 3.33 career ERA guy. In his career, people are hitting 219 against him. I know he's only pitched 19 innings, but he's only given up 9 hits this year. So, like, I mean, he misses bats. He doesn't get barreled up. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs. He doesn't get hit hard. He's a good pitcher, and I don't know what the hell the Cubs are doing now. I don't know about the guy you're talking about. Is this somebody we should know about?
Well, let's talk about Keegan Thompson real quick. He has no starts this year, so this will be his first start of the year. Okay. He's had that'd be 5 appearances this year at the Atlanta Braves. Last time out, 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run.
Guys, we're in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's sort of a bullpen day, but he's got some length in him. 3 Ks, 2 walks that start versus the Pirates. 4 innings, 2 hits.
So this is your middle reliever, bro. This is the guy that comes in when you're down 4-0 in the second inning, and you got to put somebody in who can stretch some innings out.
He's only given up 1 run this year in 5 appearances.
That's great, bro. 4, still, 3. Think about what I just said. Who he is, right?
You're right. He's the mop-up guy.
Yeah, that's who it's got to be, right? I mean, I don't know that for a fact. I don't have anything backing that, but that makes me just as much want to be on the White Sox as before the pitching change.
Roger, that is on the over here. Interesting. By the way, Mets win 5-4. Fantastic. Edwin Diaz looks great. I'm glad that he's looking good. I am now just learning that on MLB app, MLB TV's app, they have a MLB betting show on the app now. Wow, look at that.
What?
Look at that. And they're called Better's Eye, not Batter's Eye, Better's Eye. And it's the former WWE school teacher Matt Stryker seemingly hosting it. So from
those people on ESPN, they don't know anything. They literally don't know anything except for the few baseball analysts they get that are limited on what they're allowed to say.
That's very funny. So shout out to Matt Stryker going from once a WWE teacher, fighter, teacher, wrestler, to now a host of a MLB Network TV show on betting, or I guess MLB streaming show. I don't know what we're going to call it. All right, let's just keep it moving here because that was funny. These are just observations we make throughout the show. And shout out to the 106 people watching the show live. I appreciate you guys and I appreciate you guys for sticking around after all our rambling. Smash the like button while you're here. Gets us in the algorithm, does us a lot of good. So
Yes.
we appreciate you
And get on
guys.
Twitter and go retweet that shit. It's like pulling teeth getting people to promote other people's stuff. Go like it and go retweet it on Twitter.
That is accurate. Next game on the docket, the 3-19 Cincinnati Reds. Putrid these Reds are. I'm waiting to cash my under 72.5 wins for the Reds already. Thank you very much. Tyler Mahle on the bump, and they are going against the division favorites for the preseason, Milwaukee Brewers. Brandon Woodruff on the bump here. He had kind of a shaky start in his second outing against the Pirates last time out.
Right over the plate, man. Bad pitches.
Yes, absolutely. Second time against the Pirates, that hurt, but we did cash a run line with the Brewers that day, which was funny.
Which didn't help me in the first 5, hurt me, so fuck.
Yeah, I know, absolutely, right? I'm sorry in advance about that. But it looks like, well, actually, now that I'm looking at my sheet here, I did not write down an official bet here, and I can tell you why as I'm scrolling up. This was a lean for me, and I did not eventually get to the window with this one, and I wanted to make it official, but I didn't get there, and I was going to take the first 5 under here with Mahle and Woodruff. My issue here, of course, is Mahle. He has not pitched well this year to start off.
He seems like a bet on it and not get to the window. You can have the first 5 under, and I'll have the first 5 over.
I will pass on that. I'm retired from that business for right now, even though I am 1-0 my last one in stake bets. Shout out to Tiger Woods.
Bro, I'll just
Tyler Mahle.
You can come get some weed and I'll grill us some steaks.
And I'll meet what's his name from last time? Caleb?
Yeah, Silent Bob.
Silent Bob. Shout out to Silent Bob. I wish his no quarterbacks prop would have hit. Mahle has not looked good this year, I should say. At home versus the Padres, 5 2/3, 5 1/3, I should say, 6 innings, 3 earned runs versus the Cardinals, 4 1/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, and he had a blow up start against the Dodgers, 3 2/3, 7 earned runs. Now again, I wanted to take the first 5 under here, and Mahle is much better on the road than he is at home. Woodruff at home against the shittiest lineup in baseball. Maybe it's another run line look here, but I did not get to the window. A 3.5 was not the number I wanted. I was looking for a 4. And let me double check again here. Yeah, it's the 3.5. Under is -110. Over is -120. So, yeah, I don't think I've got anything here.
I don't either. I think Ragu took the team total over on the Brewers, which I don't hate that. And I might be wrong. Sorry if I'm throwing out somebody's plays. It's not right. But I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, man, on the other side, Tyler's got 22 innings pitched with 26 hits. That's a .289 ER or .289 average against him. Like hitters that's what they're hitting against him on this bad Reds team. Like, I don't know. I could see Woodruff having a bounce back start. I can understand that for the under, but I don't understand the Reds angle from it at all.
By the way, just a reminder for everyone, Kenny Manny putting it in here. Joey Votto's out, COVID list. So the leader of this Red squad, the only player worth a damn that's not named Jonathan India, is now out as well. So yeah, it's Brewers.
Shout out to Galactic High too, man. He's a cool guy. Been talking
Shout out
to
to Galactic High. Yeah, it's under Brewers. That's all I can give you guys here. But and by the way, just to reinforce,
I didn't endorse that under. So take what you want from this breakdown. I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. Go.
No, you're good. Let's keep it moving and rocking because I've got nothing on that game. And it's a pretty stinky game. I don't want to talk about the Reds for as long as I have to. Next game, the Seattle Mariners, the Seamen versus the Houston Astros, a very fun series that I'm always looking forward to in this division. Chris Flexen on the bump, which I guess I've got to start getting used to, man. I guess he might be bet on. He might be bet on this year. I don't know. But last time out against the Tampa Bay Rays, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks. Good there. versus the Kansas City Royals, 7 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, 5 Ks, no walks. Good there. And last time at home versus the Astros, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs off 1 home run, 3 Ks, and a walk. That's another good start. Chris Flexen has been, pretty good arm for the
Yeah.
Mariners.
Yeah.
Getting 6 innings from your starting pitcher
Yeah.
nowadays is good. It's a pretty difficult thing to do. Javier on the other side has been the bullpen ace, a hidden gem in Houston, as I called him. Last time was his first start of his season. 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs off a home run, 4 Ks, 2 walks at Texas. It was a great start, So I got nothing on this game. Maybe a first 5 under here. I did not look at that. I don't know what the line is. If it was a 4.5, maybe, but I'm going to go ahead and guess it's a 3.5. It is a 4.5. 4.5 minus 120. I guess the reason for that is the Seattle Mariners are first against right-handed pitching, 133 weighted runs created plus, while the Houston Astros are 14th, 97, a little below average, but they've got their guy Jose Altuve back. So very interesting game here. I'm passing. I
I
was
bet he gets some
obviously
hits
dead wrong.
today. Anybody who likes props, Jose, he didn't do shit yesterday, right?
Who? Oh, Altuve? I don't think so. Yeah, he got a couple of ground outs. I can double check.
Did he hit him hard?
I'll double check for you, but I did not. Only saw him just trying to leg out his balls and do nothing really with them. But I'll let you know. But first,
What
tell
prop
us if
I'd
you have
look at with
anything.
him? I don't. If I was going to play something on this, actually, it would be a prop, and I might look into it after the show, and I'll let you know if I do it. But there's usually a prop where it's like over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs. If I can get that at a good value for Altuve, I'd play that today. But other than that, man, I don't know. I'd say like Astros under, but I'm not playing this game.
Oh, yes. I mean, that's tough. And I'm looking for Jose now. He had 3 at bats versus Marco Gonzalez. Ground out, ground out, ground out.
So he's
All
making
of them.
contact. Yeah, I bet that if that prop has good juice, it's like I said, it's runs plus hits plus RBIs. So like if he walks and scores and then gets a sacrifice fly, he covers it. Or if he gets a 1-run single, he covers it. I don't know. It's just in my opinion, the safest stat if you're going to go or safest prop if you're going to go with the hitter prop.
Cool. I don't. I let Sharpie do all the props here. I can't even wrap my head around them sometimes.
Hey, 1-0. I took Bobby Witt on that same prop at plus 110 or plus 150 on the very first day of the season, and that's the only prop I've done.
Kenny Manning, by the way, has Jeremy Pena on his fantasy team playing well. Another player that could be an AL Rookie of the Year. He has been doing well, doing really well. Not surprising for people in Texas. Next game on the docket is a game that I have made official here. Let me double check.
You did? What did you do here?
I do have an official play here. I've got the first 5 unders 3.5 minus 110 here. I trust Brad Keller. Brad Keller is the ace of this Royals staff, not Zach Greinke. He's been phenomenal this year. 7 innings at the White Sox, 3 hits, 1 earned run off a home run, 3 Ks. He had a rough start at Seattle, who we all know now is the best hitting team against righties. His last 2 weeks, 4 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, which again is a pretty good start, I would say, against the best team hitting in baseball there. And then versus Detroit, 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, 2 walks. Dakota Hudson on the other side dominated the Arizona Diamondbacks his last time out. 6 hits,
Who is hitting
1
the ball
earned run.
not bad. They're not hitting bad right now at all.
Who is?
The Diamondbacks. Like overall in the season, then maybe not so much, but the past few games, they haven't been hitting bad. And he was the pitcher that shut him down right before that started.
4 Ks, 3 walks that day, 0 earned runs, only 1 hit. Like we said, a very impressive start there. And both these teams aren't hitting in general. 23rd and 22nd against right-handing pitching, 82, 87 weighted runs created plus. So very much both are below average there. So I took the first 5 under here, 3.5. I think it's a little ballsy. Obviously, you usually want your 3.5s to have like 2 ace
Those scare
pitchers.
the hell out of me, but they hit all the time. More than
not. The ballsy now. I should say this. I'm trying to figure out a good way to say this. The old 3.5s are now 3s, and the 3.5s now are 4s. So all those numbers are kind of like making your steady declines.
Wait, no, the old 4s are now 3.5s, and the old 3.5s are now 3s.
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone will understand what we're getting. We're confusing ourselves, but we've got it.
Gotcha.
But so like I'm saying, like Pablo Lopez and Zach Gallen last year, that would have been a 3.5. Now yesterday I was a 3. It was brutal, but
No, not back to that. Okay.
I definitely like both these pitchers here. I think both these offenses aren't very good. Long and the short of it, I think both these guys can do well. So up first 5 under 3.5 here, minus 110 for me. Cap, what about you?
Okay. Okay. Hudson, man, he's I'd say just a little bit better than Keller, right? And this fucking Royals team, they can't score any runs, like you were just saying. This is at their ballpark. It's not a good ballpark to score runs in. As much as the Cardinals aren't hitting that well, they're still scoring runs at the right time. I took the Cardinals on the run line because at plus 158, I was just like, fuck, man. How can I not? I got them at plus 158. It's just like, like if I lose this, I won't hate myself. I feel like, I mean, I'll be mad, but God, at plus 158 with Hudson on the mound against the Royals, like, yeah, I'll take my chance. That's what I'm doing. So,
KC first 5 for Creekman 581. And by the way, DJ and Woodworker talking about the weather in Denver, cold with a chance of rain. Yeah, no, thank you there. I think that game's not going to go, but we'll talk about it in a second. Talk about it actually right now because that's the next game on our docket. I don't think this game is going to go, truth be told. It's very cold. It's very windy, apparently. I don't know what the weather's exactly going to be like, but RotoWire has this game as one of those games that possibly might be delayed or whatever. Herman Marquez, Eric Fetty. Both these teams are hitting okay against right-handed pitching. The Rockies are 11th, hitting at 105 weighted runs created plus, while the Nationals are 19th at 92 weighted runs created plus. Fetty looks pretty good last time out, and I think he might be turning a corner as a pitcher. 4 2/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 5 Ks, 3 walks. And I'm pretty sure those runs were also given him by his bullpen. They took him out, and he had to sit there and watch his bullpen, kind of give up some runs. You know how that goes, Cab. Herman Marquez got shelled last time out at Philadelphia, which was admittedly pretty predictable there. It was his first start on the road all year, and I've said it. I don't want to bet on any pitchers of the Colorado Rockies on their first start on the road, especially when they go 3 games straight without pitching on the road. But now Herman's back in his friendly confines. This would be an under game for me, honestly. Cold, windy, not very good for offense. So under game for me, but I don't anticipate this game going, Cap. What about you?
I mean, under makes sense at 10.5 runs, but man, I'm not betting under with these two pitchers. The weather and no, I'm not on this game. I got nothing, bro. I'm just gonna keep it simple.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot who said it already. Now it's oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
Rockies will go fucking score 12 runs if I take the under in this game. So I don't want it.
Rockies run line would be another play for me and look here. But Cab, I forgot to mention, or if someone forgot to say that about this throwing 70 miles an hour thing, and we'll talk about that. We will address that at the end of the show because I have a question for you.
I got you.
It'll be good. We will address the 70-mile-an-hour challenge here and about 10, 15 minutes when we're done. My shoulder has already started hurting thinking about it.
Oh, bro, I always rub mine. My bad. If you notice it too, mine hurts like 24/7.
Next game on the docket, Tampa Bay Rays, Oakland A's here. And honestly, I'm leaning very heavily towards Oakland. And if it weren't for the amount of plays I have on the card right now, I think I would make them official. Ryan Yarbrough I think he's easily one of my least favorite pitchers to watch pitch in baseball. He throws everything so slow, so shitty. Just like cutters, changeups. He takes forever. Just nothing appealing about Ryan Yarbrough.
It's frustrating to watch.
And when he's good, like it's whatever. He just looks like a log lanky bastard walking out there and he's confident. But when he's bad, he is the worst pitcher in baseball. It's so awful to watch. He
Blackburn's pretty
takes
good.
forever. And like you're expecting like a crisp 95 to blow in there. Psych 89. No thanks. So honestly, I'd lean Angel or I'd lean Athletics here. First 5 full game. Paul Blackburn has looked great at the Giants last time out. 5 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs, 4 Ks versus Baltimore. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. And at the Blue Jays, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 Ks, no walk. Thing that's holding me back, obviously, is the Rays lineup. So perhaps an over here look, but at the Oakland Coliseum, not the best place for offense. There's going to be like 2 people there, and the Rays are used to that shit. So stay off game for me here, Cap. What about you?
Man, I'm 1-1 taking team totals with the A's, but what is it, like 3.5 in the first 5? Man, they're gonna. I mean, I would think that's gonna go over. I want nothing to do with this game, but Blackburn's been good this year. The A's have not. I don't know, man. I think there might be some runs scored here, but they're not the team I want to back with that. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. I'm trying to look because yeah. Oh, baby. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm making this official now. I'm taking the
Are you
A's.
making that play official? Because if you do now, I fucking have to too. If you're taking what I just said,
I'm taking Oakland A's for team total over 3.5 plus 115. I thought that would be I think that's a good play there, especially for plus units. I thought that would be like minus 115 ish, but I'm taking Oakland team total over 3.5 there, plus 115.
Look, I'm probably going to join you on this, but before we like officially make it official, right? I did that the other day, and I think they scored 0.
Yeah, that's happened to me a lot. I do that. That was like the whole first 2 weeks of my
anybody
season.
on fucking base. They had like 1 hit, bro. They're so bad.
I mean, I took the Astros first 5 team total over 2.5 yesterday. I thought that was going to be a no-run game there. I got teased the whole way through. I got lucky with Jordan going deep for me once to make me feel a little better about myself. But I have made it a thing that I like team totals, especially full game to the totals over 3.5. I think that's the money spot right there. And plus units, come on, dude. Give me
Ryan Yarbrough. We need two big hits.
Yeah, I would gladly like to see Ryan Yarbrough come out here and pitch well. Please, I challenge you to do it, Ryan. If you go out there and do it,
if you don't have it, don't worry about it. I'm probably going to join you on this. What did you say it was? Plus what?
I got a plus 115. And I think that's Ryan Yarbrough is definitely fade list. And by the way, it's perfect outside in Oakland. 63 degrees, no chance for rain. 8 miles an hour wind out apparently. So yeah, give me the Oakland team total over 3.5. I wouldn't hate a full game money line, first 5 money line either. But I don't like Ryan Yarbrough as the plain and simple of it. I think he's a fade pitcher going forward, and I think you guys will be seeing a lot of those fades on this show. And to kind of reinforce that, he went 9-7 last year, a pretty good record, but a 5 ERA and a 4.45 FIP. So I'm going to fade him. He gives up runs, and I'm absolutely this is one of the later games in the card, so this will be the game on the small screen while I watch this next game on the big screen because I don't want to watch Ryan Yarbrough pitch. I really don't. I hate watching him pitch. He's the worst. Next game,
because if not, you got to have your play on the big screen.
No, I do, thankfully. I do, thankfully, and there's been kind of some, if you want to call it line movement, if you want to call it whatever on this to make me feel a little shittier about this. But Giants-Dodgers, a classic game, the game of I guess the game of the night. It's the rivalry here. They've been battling for this division for the last year, and they might do it again this year. Julio Urias versus Carlos Rodon, the new kid on the block. And I think this is going to be an excellent pitching battle. I think this is going to be a very fun game to watch. The first 5 first 5 total, I would not be surprised if it was 3 for this one. But I assume it's a 3.5, and I got a little scared there from that one. I was like, I don't know. Let me double check.
Because the Dodgers, man, like no matter who's on the mound, you could always see them like popping somebody for 3 or 4 runs.
Exactly. That was the worrisome part about this. But so I took the full game under, and I have it at 6.5 at even money, and now it's at 7 at -120, and that's worrisome. And good, yes, we did talk about the Red Sox earlier on the show. If you can rewind, I think it'll be easy to check on to see what little boxes and such. And Good's taking Boston money line now. Okay, good. We'll recap our plays here in a second.
I
So
wish you luck in all of your other plays, but that one.
good. Pump the brakes. Give us like 5 minutes. I'll recap the plays. Don't worry. Um, I have the full game under, just plain and simple. Both bullpens are great. I think this is going to be a tight game, first game of the year between these two squads. I think usually all these games always seem lower scoring to be, especially in the first 5 innings, and then they always blow up in the end, which is going to be a little worrisome as I say that out loud. And I don't have the first 5 team total. I have first 5 total. I have a full game, so that'll be a worry. But I will be excited to watch this game nonetheless. 6.5 under +100. Cab, anything here?
I guess I'll keep it quick, man. If like what I wrote down, what it all capped towards is under what you're on, so I do endorse that. Dodgers or pass, but this isn't a Giants team, especially with him on the mound that I'm looking forward to going against right now. I mean, so under Dodgers or pass, I guess right here, but I'm not on anything.
All right. Well, this is going to be a fun game to watch for sure. It's going to be very, very fun. Appreciate the 90 people watching live right now. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to wrap it up here. Good. Thank you for sticking around and not making that bet. We're going to wrap up and make our official bets here and recap our plays. I will go first. I'm going to sit up for this one because this is how serious we're going to be. We have a lot of plays here today, And after the debacle, I think on Friday, I said I was going to take a little bit slow. We took a slow, and then we had a 8-1 day, and now we're on all systems go again. So here we go again, boys. Here we go again. Minnesota first 5 -0.5 -110, and the first 5 under 3.5 at -120 for Minnesota. Baltimore, both those plays. Like both of them. Love the Joe Ryan Express there. Toronto first 5 -0.5 at +105. Believing in Manoa. LA Angels, Boston Red Sox. Good. I hope you're listening. First 5 under 4.5 -115. -115. I'm believing in Michael Wacha and Noah Syndergaard to continue to cruise. Noah Syndergaard to smack around a shitty offense that's been, just been shitty. It's been shitty. If the Red Sox don't come alive today, then I'm going to have some issues. But a lot of people saying the season starts today, and Cab, I believe, is on the Angels money line as well. Right, Cab?
Yeah. Syndergaard missed his last start because he was sick. Like that's I guess my one worry, but I'm not. Yeah, no, I'm on the Angels.
Okay. All right, he's on the Angels money line there, so I hope you got that good. Giants, Dodgers, full game under 6.5 at +100. St. Louis Cardinals, Kansas City Royals, first 5 under 3.5 at -110. I've got the Atlanta Braves money line -110 in game 2. That game ended like 20 minutes I should say game 1 ended about 20 minutes ago. So that game should be starting soonish. And I have added, lastly, on the card, Oakland team total over 3.5 at +115. So that'll be a fun card for me. Follow me on Twitter at Jose Bouquett, and I will tweet that out right after the show. You guys can see all the picks as they come out on there as well. I will mention the leans that I did have real quick if anyone is interested. Minnesota, Baltimore. Well, I shouldn't put that as a lean anymore because I did move on that. Cincinnati, Milwaukee, first 5 under. I wrote no line because I wrote this last night. No line. I said 4 would be ideal. That's why I didn't move on it. Miami first 5 -0.5. I wrote that down, leaning that way, but nothing there for me. And then I wrote the Chicago White Sox, Chicago Cubs first 5 under, but that was with Drew Smiley on the bump, so nothing there for me. Cap, what about you here? What are you making official today?
All right, man. I'm on the first 5 with the Twins with you. I got it at -105 actually. Then I also got the Twins on the run line full game at +106. I'm also on Toronto first 5 with you at +102. Then I took the Angels full game on the money line at -117. Like I said, you can listen to the breakdown, but I just feel like this is a spot I can't pass, even though they pissed me off the last game I had them. But it's not about feelings. It's trying to win. I don't care either way about any of these teams. I just want to win. St. Louis on the run line, full game, plus 158. It's just hard to pass, especially against a Kansas City team that can't hit. I know Keller is a good pitcher, but come on, man. Like, what? Like, even if he does give up 0 or 1 runs, and the Cardinals only score 3 or 4 runs, which I could still see him doing easily, like the whole game, right? Like at plus 158, I got to take a shot.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. 1+150 is a great price for that. Sorry, I was counting up my plays. I was like, damn, I've got 8 plays. Ugh. Sweaty.
See, that's what I wanted to add. I wanted to add with you, but it's like 5 plays for me. Like I bet everything I give out. I bet to win 1 unit. Everybody's unit size is different. Mine's big enough for me personally. So like, I'm not trying to have, $2,000 in fucking baseball bets out for the day. So, five plays is about where you'll see me top out. Usually 5. Sometimes I'll boost it up to 7. I kind of want to today. I like having an odd number, but I'm going to stick with these 5.
Okay, beautiful. That was a great show, Cab. I appreciate it. Nice little hour here on Say Hey Plays. I'll recap the plays one more time just for everyone. I'm not going to do the odds and stuff, but I'll recap everyone. Cab, go ahead.
I'll forget, and you told me before, so I should. You're right, guys. Tonight at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, come out. Pub Sports is hosting the nightcap. It's me and Boston Nick. We're gonna have some other people that probably come on too. We're gonna be watching some of these games live, talking shit, laughing. It's a little different, we're not directly attacking a card or anything like that. We're trying to cash live bets, which we've been successful on. And also, like I said, just talk shit and have some fun. But come out there. I want to see some of you guys out there. We don't have anything without a chat. And, this is an awesome chat right here. So thank you guys.
What time is that again?
7:30 Central. So 8:30 Eastern. And like you said, let's see, that's 5:30 Pacific, right?
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So I don't do that math. I'm glad you will.
I appreciate got that right.
Oh, well, I'm not going to count you on. You could have told me any time then. I would have believed you. I appreciate everyone for joining us today in the chat. You guys are what makes this show fantastic. You guys make doing this show every day worth doing, and I appreciate you guys for giving me the energy every day to get up and do this show. Oh, yeah. Sunny Springs, appreciate you, my man. I'm going to be watching that Texas game very closely. Hope the Rangers cast for you, my man. Fireside on NHL props today. Fireside, drop your NHL action in there. I want to see what you're on. Maybe I'll put some NHL bets in today. And DJ and Woodworker, I am wearing a Bruins shirt today. I hope they do win game 2, but I do not have good faith in them. But we're all worried about the Celtics right now, too. The Celtics, no Marcus Smart. Worrisome. Renmo, shout out to you, my man. I hope you can follow any of the plays I give out. Renmo, your reason why I was going to repeat my plays. So one more time for everyone here. Minnesota first 5 and 4, or first 5 under. Toronto first 5. LA, Boston first 5 under. Dodgers, Giants full game under. Kansas City Royals, Cardinals under. First 5. Atlanta Braves money line, and the Oakland team total over 3.5. Those are what I am on today. Donzo, my man, thanks for watching. Good. I hope that you locked in a play. Season starts today for the Red Sox, so hopefully you are on them perhaps. Anthony, you get mentioning a Joe Ryan Minnesota parlay there. I like that. Don't hate that at all. Kenneth Miller in here, banana and grapes. Kenny Manning, no limit sports betting. Shout out to you, my man. J.A. Paul Trippy in here. Creekman 518. Jake Burns, Roger that, 215. Banana and Grapes, El Dorado Custodian. All you guys, appreciate you guys. Ricky Bobby in here, appreciate it. It's going to be a fun show. It's going to be a fun show tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. Tomorrow, we've got my buddy Andrew Santangelo coming back on the show. Going to be a good time, Monday card. A lot of good games. Cab, I appreciate you for joining. Catch him on the nightcap at 7:30 Central. Right?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
7:30 Central. Watch him there, 8:30 Eastern, and whatever the fuck time that is Pacific, because we do not do that math on this program. All right, guys, let's try to get into it, everyone. Remember to say hey on social media. And until then, the Pete Loshak dramatic pause. We'll see you guys then.